Alrighty, here we go. Alright, what's up, guys? I decided that last night, or I guess last night, but then maybe like yesterday in the daytime, um, because yesterday was Sunday, right? Yeah. So I wasn't able to find any free time sorry, just make sure you guys can hear me. Making sure my mic is down. I sometimes forget to pull this guy down. Um, So yesterday or last night, I was going to do a my own, kind of review of the Mission Impossible movie. I know it's been out for like a week, couple weeks actually. I just didn't see it up until Saturday, or Sunday night or Saturday night. I can't remember. One of those two. I saw it whenever day that is. Um, with my friend and his girlfriend and stuff. He invited me to go see it, and so I said, sure, whatever. I didn't look up the plot to the movie, the Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I had no idea what it was about until maybe half hour before the movie started. I just went on to that Fandango or just the movie thing to check out, make sure the exact time and where it's at, and then I also wanted to see what the movie was about. And so the plot of it is, there's this rogue, underground, top secret, well, I don't know how to explain it without like having any spoilers or anything, but basically, there's a whole bunch of former agents of, MI6, British intelligence, CIA, FBI, blah blah blah, Russian people, whatever. Anybody that was basically, working for the government, are presumed dead. And then what happens is that there's this bad guy, and he's the one that is causing all these natural disasters, or he's causing these certain things to happen, a chain of events, a car bombing, or a subway train blows up and kills blah 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 how many people, or a plane mysteriously disappears with a whole bunch of not world leaders, but yeah, possibly world leaders, randomly disappear. Never heard from again. So this bad guy is basically recruiting. Basically, he has a wide pool of anybody. He basically will hire anybody. It doesn't matter if it's American, British, Russian, whatever. He'll hire anybody who's presumed dead and who aren't dead, to basically, this bad guy tries to implement a new world order. That's the whole premise of the movie. This bad guy wants this new world order. You have to take out the old system to put in the new system. So basically that's kind of what's going on. And then Alec Baldwin is in the movie. He's like some FBI dude. I don't remember any of the names really of like the characters. I didn't really pay attention to that. I was watching the movie and kind of, it was just more about the action and then the kind of the plot of what was going on. I wasn't really thinking about characters all too much. There really wasn't any real like backstory. The movie just kind of started like you right in the. It was basically they were right in start of a mission. They were trying to get these nuclear warhead bomb thingies that had some weird symbol on it, and that's basically kind of the start of the film. And so, anyways, with the CIA guy, sorry, my review is just going to be like all random. It's not going to be totally like okay, this is the start of the movie, this is the middle, and this is kind of the end of what happens. I really don't want to spoil it, but I guess most people have seen it, so, but I just kind of wanted to give my take on the movie and and then eventually kind of say the plot and things that I've noticed, and then kind of get to my own opinions and what I thought of the movie with like how it actually worked out and that kind of thing. So with this Alec Baldwin guy, with the Ethan Hunt and his team, they basically are told to disband, and the guy, one of the guys from the group, I only know I don't remember his character name. I remember his real name, like the actual actor's real name, the Jeremy guy. He was the guy in the Avengers. He was the Hawkeye. So he's in the movie, and basically the Alec Baldwin, the kind of the head dude of FBI or whatever, says, either join me or get out of my way, type of deal. So he joins him, not really not full-heartedly joins him, because he's like, well, it's better to maybe be part of it than not. And so basically with this, he's joining him because he wants his help to try to track down Ethan Hunt. Now Ethan Hunt, he was in the a little bit at the beginning of the film, he gets captured, and he's, you meet this like Skull Basher, some, retarded sounding named enemy guy, and he's trying to get some information from him, or blah blah blah, that kind of thing. And then there's this basically rogue agent that, she's back and forth. You don't know whose side she's playing. It's like, is she good? And then she goes to the bad side, but then she like betrays the bad side and then like helps the good guys, but then she betrays them. So it's like back and forth between in the film. But in the beginning, she helps him escape and stuff. And then, the FBI Alec Baldwin character guy in the film, he's like, we're gonna put a team or not put a team together, but we're gonna, search for Ethan Hunt, blah blah blah. We're gonna bring him in or take him down or blah blah blah, whatever that is. It's like, and I'm gonna find him fast. And then it goes 6 months later. He's in Havana. He's hiding out. Then eventually a whole like SWAT type team kind of moves in or whatever, thinking they've found his hideout, I guess. But really, they find his hideout, but he's actually in another location, and he's using like a camera cell phone, and he's watching them through the lens, and he's like, "Hi, I got you guys." They're looking at it, and Ethan Hunt guy, Tom Cruise guy, he's like, "I got you guys." You didn't actually find me. You may have found my lair or my little hideout, but they didn't actually find him. Well, and then so after that, I don't really remember kind of what happens like in the middle of the film. I had to go to the bathroom, so I missed like 5 minutes, so I don't really remember. Obviously, I don't really remember what happened in that 5 minutes because I wasn't there. But then basically, it's like, secretly, the Jeremy guy, I can't remember his. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sorry. I thought I was gonna sneeze. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and then I'm gonna have to re-record this, even though I'm like not talking very well and I'm sweating really bad for some reason. Well, it is hot out, so, and I was just finished. I just finished doing stuff outside, so. So yeah, basically they get see, I don't remember character names. So there's that black guy, the big black guy, and then there's the Jeremy guy, from the Avenger movies, Marvel movies. And then there's Simon Simon Pegg or something like that. He's the British dude. He's also in it. He's part of the IDF or something, or whatever their name is. Um, and they all kind of get together. You know, basically the whole premise is that there's certain disc. I mean, there's obviously has to be some type of thing that they're trying to get, after, or they want, or something, some disc or some flash drive or some, important little special item, that type of thing. And so basically, they kind of think, oh, well, we could do the old system of putting on a fake, mask thing, and just walking into this secure place and stuff like that. And it says no. Thing is that they're showing that, or I guess it has high security system where it recognizes the actual real facial structure. So even if you had like a mask over somebody, it's still not the exact, face of somebody. And then it also, like, this certain security system analyzes walking patterns and like how you talk, how you move, kind of type of thing. And so if you don't get everything right, it basically like electrocutes you with something, and then you die basically. So that was that kind of thing of like, oh, we could use the mask, but no, you can't really, because this rogue girl that kind of goes back and forth between good and bad. She's telling them, because she's with the good guys, or the bad guys, sorry, she's with the bad guys. She's telling the good guys all kind of the security system things of what this place has. And so that doesn't work. So then they said, oh, well, she said, you can only get in through this security system to get this flash drive thing or whatever, this information, if you are in the data bank, if you're in the system. And so then Tom Cruise guy's like, Ethan Hunt's like, well, where's this located? And then, she tells him, well, this is underwater and blah blah blah, and all that kind of thing. So they get to this factory. He has to go into this. He has to hold his breath for a long time, like 3 minutes or something. He dives in. There's all this water motion, blah 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 thing, all spinning around and stuff. And he's got like a switch out this disc thing so that Simon Pegg guy can walk through and enter the system and get some information, get like this little flash drivey thingy or some disc thing. Yeah, for some reason I'm not remembering the whole movie right now, but basically, Tom Cruise has to switch those out. These like little disc things. He's got to switch one for another one. And there's all the thing of, oh, he accidentally dropped it, and now he has to go, now he has to go get it again, and there's all the tension, blah, blah, blah. And then he passes out, and you're like, oh my god, Ethan Hunt's died, and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's all worried, and then she jumps in and saves him, and then, there's this mechanism lock in the inside of this place that can only be opened from the inside, which seems strange, because basically the only way of getting in there is to jump in this huge like waterfall thing and get sucked in there. So it seems strange that the only way to get, if you were somehow got in there, is that it's only opened from the inside. That was kind of weird to me. So that was good, and then they escaped, blah blah blah. That was good. And then, I'm forgetting how, like, the progression of things, of what was next, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. So then basically, they go to this opera thing, and some chancellor or some whatever dude, some random guy, is kind of the key to everything. He has to be saved, or he can't be killed or whatever. He has to be captured to be able to open up this certain disk or file thing. It's encrypted, and you got to have like certain stuff, or whatever, to be able to open it up. And this guy's the only one that knows it. And so there's like the good girl who was the bad girl who was helping the good guys is now bad, and she's trying to, I guess, take him out. But then there's another guy also there. But the thing is, you're kind of a little bit confused there. You're like, well, why would there be two gunmen going after the same guy? Well, the thing is that there's her hiding somewhere trying to take the guy out, but then the second guy is supposed to kill her so that she's out of the picture. But obviously Ethan Hunt shows up, and there is another gunman, which I don't really understand. It's really confusing who was supposed to kill who in there. Like, she was hired to kill the Chancellor dude or whatever, and then the bad guys also hired another guy to kill her when she was done with her job. But then there's another, this blonde-haired, weird Germanish looking dude, a Russian dude, who's there as well, and he has a secret gun that it was cleverly designed to look like a musical instrument, because they're going to an opera and there's live music, musicians and stuff, and it's specially made to look like some instrument or whatever, but it's really a gun. Pulls it out and changes it and blah blah blah, and it's like a sniper rifle. And that's kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Let's see. So that kind of goes down or whatever. Ethan Hunt's there, and he basically kills kills them or throws them off or whatever of the balcony. He's up high in rafters and stuff. There's whole kind of chasing scene of this guy's going this way and he has to come after and try to catch him and whatever. So he throws him off or kills him or whatever, and then he's got a gun and he's looking like he doesn't know who to shoot at, because you got the girl who's way far back hidden and he can see her, but then there's the other gunman that was hired, and he can see Tom Cruise. Ethan Hunt can see him as well. So he's like, oh my gosh, who should I try to shoot? Should I shoot her who's trying to shoot the Chancellor dude or whatever, or should he shoot the other guy that's in that other room, because it looks like he's also going to shoot the Chancellor guy as well, looks like. So basically he shoots her and she shoots the Chancellor guy, but because he shot her, the bullet didn't actually hit him in the head or in the heart or something. It just nicked his shoulder. So he fell out of the way, so the other gunman couldn't shoot him. The other hired gunman could not shoot the Chancellor guy, or the hired gunman couldn't shoot her because of Tom Cruise hitting her with a bullet. So it's like this all triangle, blah blah blah, circle thing. So so it was really oh my gosh, it's really intense there and all that kind of stuff. So that was good. And then so basically there's other people around, other bad guys. There's this huge look like military force that kind of comes in from all sides of the opera house really fast. They knew what was going to happen, so there was a whole bunch of people there ready to do something or whatever. And then Tom Cruise saw her, and he's going after her, and he's like, oh, do you he was kind of joking, you want to come with me to want to get out of here, basically, I'll help you save your life, basically. She's like, sure. And so they go and they escape or whatever. So I think that was before all the water thing. That was before that. I was just letting you guys know about that. So after the water thing, Ethan Hunt is revived by the girl. She does the defibrillator on him, and he wakes up and it's all good. And then the Simon Pegg guy, comes running in, and they're in some weird underground place or whatever. Simon Pegg comes running and he's like, oh good, he's going to Ethan Hunt. He's all saying, oh, we did it, and he has the disc thing, blah blah blah. yay, all excited, and then, the bad girl does the defibrillator on Simon Pegg, and he falls over, and then, Ethan Hunt guy's like looking at her like, what the fuck, type of thing. And, he's like way too weak to, he was like basically like dead for a while, or was unconscious for a while, so he's like, he couldn't really move very well. And then I guess the Simon Pegg guy, I guess the getting shocked or whatever, the defibrillator didn't do much to him, because he like, in the next like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, he gets up and he's like, you okay to whatever, to get up, and then eventually they get up, go chasing after her, and then they're able to get into a car, and she's on a, see, I don't remember, so I'm getting like parts of this like so mixed up, but basically gets on the motor, she leaves, and there's, tons of little henchmen, bad guys, with her, there. She has the disc or the information or whatever. And then Simon, or the Simon character guy and Ethan Hunt, they get up and go looking for their car or whatever. And Ethan Hunt's definitely not in the best situation to drive, and so there's kind of a funny thing of he's not driving very well, and the Simon Pegg guy's all freaking out, screaming whatever, blah blah blah, and then there's this chase scene, he's chasing her on a motorcycle, and then there's other bad guys, with her or whatever. She is able to get away from all the bad guys around her and speed off, and then all the bad guys go after her, and then Tom Cruise is going after the bad guys, but also going after her as well to get the information too. And then there's the whole motorcycle chase scene that goes on forever, blah blah blah. And then they get to kind of a point of where the car like gets totally messed up, like can't use it, and there's other motorcycles around or whatever, and so basically they crashed their car. They went over this thing and crashed their car, and then Ethan Hunt is in the car. He's upside down. He's trying to get out. His seat buckle is jammed, and there looks like there's a guy with a gun coming over to shoot him or whatever. And the thing is that the two other guys, the black guy and the Jeremy guy, pull up and hit the guy, and he goes flying or whatever, and basically save Ethan Hunt. And he gets out of the car, and he's like, okay, blah blah blah. He thinks, or the two other guys think, oh yeah, we got you two guys now. We can leave and try to go do something else or whatever. But Ethan Hunt just kind of goes walking off, picks up the other bad guy's motorcycle, goes off. Then there's another huge motorcycle race, motorcycle chase. Not race, but chase. That goes on for whatever, blah blah blah. And then there's a part where the girl's basically left in front by herself, and Tom Cruise is chasing her. And then all of a sudden, you see her just standing in the middle of the road, and then like Ethan Hunt's like coming straight at her, and he's like, he has to get out of the way like real fast, and he like basically falls off his motorcycle. And then she's just kind of like, and he's like all blah blah blah, falling off the road, or he's all laying on the road again, all hurt or whatever, and he's, sorry, my computer's monitor screen went dark. Sorry. And he's kind of looking at her like, what the fuck again? Like, why'd you do that? And then she goes speeding off. And then the other guys, come by, get him, or he goes back to the hotel, the place that he was staying at, or whatever. and they're all kind of like all sitting around, each other. It's the two other guys, and then Ethan and Simon Pegg. They're all just sitting at a table, saying, what are we gonna do, and blah blah blah. And then Ethan's got a plan or whatever to get the thing back, you know. Like the rest of the end of the movie was just like really foggy to me. Like basically after that point, I don't really remember what happened. But then the only thing I do remember is I was very disappointed. I guess I'll just say very quickly because this is a really long video. I was very disappointed with the end when it came to the bad guy. Knowing that he is a stuntman and he's an actor, there's nothing. There's no action between them. I was very disappointed with that. It's Simon Harris, and I believe he was in. Was it Simon Harris? I don't remember, but I know that he is a stuntman, whatever. And he's an actor as well. I believe he was Darth Maul in Star Wars 1, The Phantom Menace, the worst one ever. Yeah, he played Darth Maul, and Darth Maul is, the actor slash, and he's a stuntman, and he did a whole bunch of action stuff in Star Wars movie. And then it was really disappointing to see, him not really do any action. It was all like psychological, it's who has the bigger ego, who can talk better, that kind of thing. And that was just, to me, I definitely did not like that. I was like, really? That's kind of how it ended? Like, that's how they basically captured him? That it just, okay, I guess I understand it, like cat and mouse, and basically, yeah, you trap the cat in a big box or in a kind of close them off, but you have Ethan Hunt as the cheese or the mouse, or I guess the mouse, cat to mouse, so you have Ethan Hunt as the mouse. But yeah, I mean, what was really strange is that there was more action stuff when it came to henchmen's and sidemen's, sidemen guys, like secondhand bad guys, Ethan Hunt fought more of those guys than what actually happened in the showdown with the bad guy. It was all just a psychological warfare type thing, psychological thing, where basically, in the end, before the bad guy is captured, there's this huge thing of basically what was on the disk or the hard drive. I do remember this now because I'm remembering the ending of the movie. There was just tons, millions and millions and millions of bank account things from somewhere, some places. I don't know where, but there was tons and tons and tons of cash and money and whatever. Like in one of the accounts, I guess there's like $50 million, which Tom Cruise said, he memorized every single thing, every single one in his head, and he's like, basically before that, what happens is that he captured Simon Pegg's character, and basically put a bomb on him, and then strapped him with like a headset thing and like an eyepiece, so the bad guy could see him through a laptop and basically say what he's saying, and then Simon Pegg would say it to Ethan Hunt, and they kind of met in this like open little cafe, outdoor cafe type of place, but at night. So, and he's like, he's got a bomb. Basically, there's a bomb like kind of right by his chest area, but down below, kind of the stomach area. And it's ticking down from like 4 or 5 minutes or whatever. And he sees it, and it's like reading 3 minutes. And he's like, the bad guy's telling him to sit down, and we'll talk, blah blah blah. And just words going back and forth, back and forth. And then eventually Ethan Hunt's like, hey, give me the, you know, let me have Benji, I think is the Simon Pegg's character's name. For some reason, I remember that for some reason, Benji or something like that. So he's like, let him go, and then I'll give you $50 million because he has one of the bank accounts. He has all of them memorized, but he just thought of that one, and he's like, he wrote it down and showed it to him. And, Simon Pegg has a little eye thing so he can see it, and it's got everything on it. He types it in, and it says it transfers, and it's complete, so he has the money. He has the $50 million, and he's like, okay, and then, it's basically like, the bad guy's like, did he actually remember every single, bank account number thing? Did he actually destroy it? What did he do? And so basically, obviously, they win over, like, there's like 0.19 seconds left. There's like less than less than a second, and then less than the half, and then less than, basically, yeah, less than a half of a 1 second, and then basically another half of a second. So there's like barely any time. It was right on the nose of exploding. And so everybody's all, like, relaxed and stuff. And then basically the bad guy's like, he's like, keep Ethan Hunt alive, but kill the girl, And there's bad guys all placed around, making sure that Ethan Hunt doesn't do anything stupid or do anything. And basically they have to, like, fight him, blah blah blah. Fight those other bad guys. And then so they're running around, this place, and they're fighting bad guys, blah blah blah, with the girl and Ethan Hunt are fighting bad guys, and then they get separated or something, or they basically separate, and Ethan Hunt goes somewhere, running off, trying to get away or whatever. And then the main bad guy catches up with him, and he starts kind of like shooting at him. He's missing, blah blah blah. Ethan Hunt has been hurt because he's just been fighting, so he's not like super fast to get away. But eventually, he runs into this, I don't know, he kind of goes into this building or something, and he breaks the window, goes into this building, and the bad guy's following him, and then he goes in, like, he sees like this air shaft, but it's like underground or something, and he just like jumps in it, and he kind of disappears, and the bad guy's trying to shoot at him, and he's missing or whatever. And then the bad guy jumps down, and then what happens is that he sees Ethan Hunt, and he tries to go to knock him out, but there's glass, or these panels, bulletproof panels all around him. Top and bottom is this huge square box, and so basically to trap the bad guy in this, he can't break it, he can't shoot it, he has his gun, you're going to run out of bullets. It's not penetrable with the bullets anyways. All the bullets are, not going through. And so basically they capture him, and then they put him in this huge, like, truck thing, and basically I guess he like somehow met up with the bad girl, good girl, again, and they're kind of like exchanging words, blah blah blah. And then, oh, excuse me. And so she leaves or whatever. She goes her own way. And then basically the movie kind of ends with them being reinstated, but the Alec Baldwin, the FBI guy, is basically recruited into the IDF or whatever, and he becomes basically a part of that, and the movie kind of ends. So it's like, really, are you going to try to make another movie or something? I don't know. They just yeah, they're milking it a lot, but so it's that was basically the movie. what I basically said. That was main. Those were the main key parts to it. It was kind of sad that there was only 2 times when they did the mask stuff, and one of them, which I forgot to mention, which is kind of important, is there's this the British Prime Minister or whatever, British Prime Minister of England, London, whatever. Like before, to be able to access the information, like the bad guy's little group or whatever, Spectre, or not Spectre, but like, what do they call it? Sentinel or I don't remember, some S word, something like that. It's some whatever. And what they would need is it was basically created by this bad guy who's British and some dude, and then the British guy, the Prime Minister, you know, the only way to access this or to do that is to have like his voice recognition, you know, ID print, and like, you know, or the ID scan and the fingerprint, and then the you know, voice recognition type software thing, voice stuff. And so basically, you know, before the movie was, sorry, I can't really think right now. I thought I was in good. My brain is like fried, you know. Oh, I don't know why. So, anyways, I guess that was it. Overall, like, I didn't see the 4th Mission Impossible, so it you know, it kind of hindered me on what was kind of actually going on, but not really. Like, Mission Impossibles are kind of like James Bond, where you don't have to really see the first one or the one before it, you know, to kind of get the whole idea. So I liked it, you know, where it was different. You know, it had a good amount of action in it. You know, what I imagined, you know, an action film would have in it. Has good little key, kind of little funny things to it. You know, not a whole lot, but with having Simon Pegg, you got to have a little comedy. You know, a little humor. So that wasn't bad, you know. You know, giving it like a rating, like if I could give it like a whatever out of 10, you know, that type of thing. For just a Mission Impossible film, it wouldn't get my highest rating. You know, it was. I guess not out of a 10. Maybe, you know, out of a 5, it'd be about like a 3. It was good. It was well done. You know, there was good acting, good actors, actresses. Lot of locations, beautiful locations, or just a lot of locations. You know, there's Paris, and then there was like there was desert, and then there was like a whole bunch of, you know, type of places that they went. So overall, it was, yeah, about a gosh dang it, sorry, about a 3 out of a 5. Sorry, you know, compared to the other Mission Impossibles I've seen, not as good, but it was good. It was good. You know, I get, yeah, 5 out of 3. Or wait, no, 3 out of 5. Sorry, I cannot think. As you can tell, my my brain is totally fried. I just need to like stop this. So, sorry for the long review kind of plot of the film. But I think I kind of I think you got the picture, you know, of basically what I thought of it. Wasn't horrible. Wasn't a horrible movie. Wasn't a horrible Mission Impossible movie. It was better than okay. Not great. But it was good. You know. There's bad, then there's okay, then there's good, then there's great, and then there's like maybe something after that. There's not very many movies on my scale that rate as like an awesome or something. Like you could always watch it, basically. This one, yeah, it was good. It was good. A good length for an action film. It was about 2 hours and something minutes. I didn't remember. I didn't see or didn't pay attention to how long the film actually was. But it was a good long film. Well acted. Yeah, it was good. So, anyways, at least I didn't stray off too much from topic, like I sometimes do with my other videos. But yeah, long 40-minute review of Mission Impossible. But anyways, let's see, what is today? Monday? Okay. Alright, sorry, I was just thinking about something. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, long review, kind of vlog thing. I thought about doing a live stream, but it's already 4 o'clock, and there are a few things I still have to do. Maybe tonight. Just depends on the time I'm able to get on and do that. The thing is that, like, basically from, well, now my dad doesn't get home until later, but most times I'm either doing stuff until a fairly decent time, and then have dinner, and then usually my parents will be watching TV, and then my dad will usually go to bed around 9, but he actually doesn't get home until 9, so he stays up a little bit to get something to eat, to watch a little bit of TV, and then basically goes to bed. But then my mom usually stays up, 10:30, 11, and then it's around 11:15. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to stay up until 1 a.m. trying to do a 2-hour live stream or something. Even doing an hour long stream, it's just, to me, it's like, really, that just doesn't give me enough time, And today I was kind of busy. I'm basically for the next probably about 3 or 4 days, I'm going to be very busy doing housework and doing a lot of stuff outside, cleaning-wise. My mom is having an appraiser come very soon, probably in the next week, to basically look at the whole house and give us an estimate, or that kind of thing, appraisal or whatever. And so, yeah, so I'm going to be busy doing a lot of stuff during the daytime, like now, cleaning and weeding and vacuuming and mopping and sweeping and dusting and cleaning everything, basically. So, yep. Like now, after this video, I need to vacuum the living room rug. I also need to clean the front porch, sweep it and stuff. Get all the leaves and all the cobwebs and all the stuff that's just, on the ground or whatever, out of there. Clean it. Make it look nice. Let's see. I don't have any dishes to do, but there's probably something else, I'll have to do. Oh, I gotta water the garden. I have to rinse out some drums that my dad wants me to do. You know, there's always stuff for me to do, and that's why I don't get a lot of free time to do live streams or make long videos or that kind of thing. I took out some time right now to do this movie review slash just letting you guys know what's been going on type of thing. So why I haven't been making a lot of videos or any vlogs really, except I know I made one yesterday, but that was kind of, or that wasn't a vlog. That was a live stream. I was just testing. I should have just made my movie review then, but I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, oh hey, look, live streaming, YouTube live streaming. Let's test that out. You know, I was like, okay. So over like 23 minutes, I just basically rambled about a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't really talk about anything important. But anyways, so I will see you guys later.